Hello and welcome everyone. So, in this video particularly, I am going to explain you how this Gilman and Grignard reagents are differ from each other. Both are the example of what organometallic compounds. So, both the reagents are comes under the category of what? Organometallic reagents. You know that organometallic reagents have the special character, that is metal carbon bond. As per the polarity character, the carbon is developed negative charge, metals develop the positive charge. So, organometallic reagents are the source of a nucleophile, the source of carbanion one can say, and they also be particularly for abstraction of the proton, abstraction of hydrogen ion. Okay, so these are the two important uses of organometallic compounds. Now a Gilman and Grignard reagents are have special applications. In Gilman reagent, the simple formula is R2CuLi. That formula nothing but the two alkyl groups or two aryl groups, okay, or one alkyl and one aryl groups are there. So joined together via copper. So the copper is the important element here, and in the case of a Grignard reagent, so magnesium is there now. So this reagent is also called as lithium dialkyl cuprate. So simply LDC, lithium dialkyl cuprate, or also called as a Gilman reagent. Now this reagent is specially, or one can say this reagent is particularly useful for the two purpose. So that means Grignard and Gilman can be differentiated by simple one reaction. Suppose I have a conjugated molecule, this one, and when I treated this molecule with these two reagents, so our first reagent is Grignard reagent RMgX in the presence of hot dry ether, and here I will use R2CuLi. Okay, this is the one can say the copper reagent, okay, that is the Gilman reagent. Now you know that this R negative in both the cases are quite different, okay, and in carbonyl compound, so the carbonyl compound is given also have two electrophilic center. So I will first show you the simple and common reaction. Suppose I have this carbonyl compound, and when I treated with this Gilman reagent, that is R2CuLi, you will get the same product. Okay, after the hydrolysis and etc., you will get the same product. Also using this Grignard reagent, you get the same. This is RMgX, and in the second step you can add the water or hydrolysis reaction like that, acidic workup one can say. But when you use this molecule, that is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, then the reactivity of both reagent is quite different. So how it will be now? You know that in conjugated carbonyl molecule, there are two electrophilic centers are there. So this is one electrophilic center, and this is also another electrophilic center. How they can be differentiated like this? You know that this carbonyl group like this, and this is called as a 1,2 type of reaction, where the nucleophile will be approached to here, okay, and this type of addition is called as a 1,2. And in case of what conjugate addition, what is that conjugate addition now? So this double bond will be shifted here, and the charge will be or the bond will be open to oxygen as per the resonance rule. So here O negative, and here will be the positive. So there are two electrophilic centers are there in conjugated carbonyls. One is here and second is here now. So whenever a nucleophile is attacked to here, so it is called as a 1,2 addition. Whenever the nucleophile is attached at here now, this is called as a 1,4 addition. With respect to that, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now which one is a more electrophilic one? So more electrophilic center should be react with more nucleophilic one, and less electrophilic should be react with less nucleophilic one. Similarly here for 1,2 addition, so at the second, like this one, this is a a smaller electrophilic one, or they have a small charge, and this one is a larger one. So one can call this is a hard electrophilic center, and this will be a soft electrophilic center. You know that there is a simple concept, okay, a soft electrophile always bind with soft nucleophile, and hard electrophile bind with the hard nucleophile. So there is a perfect chemistry between these two now. That's why whenever we do the conjugate addition, Gilman always added on the fourth carbon, that is only at the, so this will be like this one, and R will be attached here, that is R negative from Grignard is an hard nucleophile. So you will get this type of a molecule without changing, so like here, and after that acidic workup, so you will get the you will get the what, this product, that is allylic alcohol is the product. So this is called as a 1,2 addition reaction. So Grignard is always doing 1,2 addition, but in case of a Gilman reagent, so this is not happen. Okay, so you will get the product like this one, and after that hydrolysis or acidic workup, so you will get the product at here now. Okay, this one. In this case, the double bond is reduced, and in that in case of Grignard reagent, carbonyl is reduced now. So basically this is called as a isolated carbonyl group, okay, that is conjugated to isolated one. So this is the first difference between that Gilman and what the Grignard reagent. Secondly, so another one is suppose I have this is molecule now, suppose I have this is a reactant, and when I treated with this RMgX now, and secondly what the same reactant is there, suppose I have the same reactant, and when this reactant is treated with the RMgX, now this is simple displacement one can say. Okay, the Gilman reagents are more effective toward what the SN2 reaction. You know that SN2 reactions are very simple. So this is R negative and R negative, both are joined together here, and they do this SN2 reaction. But which one will be a effective one for this reaction? So basically what this this is R2CuLi. Say example, this is Gilman. Now Gilman reagent are more effective toward the SN2 reaction than what the magnesium reagent. So basically you will get the product at here, this is R and this is what R. Now at what one can say at high yield. In this case you also get the product, but the product yield is low now. So this is another difference particularly for the SN2 addition now. Why one can say the Gilman and Gilman and one can say the Grignard reagent. So these two reagents can be differentiated via one is a simple SN2 and second is a conjugate addition. Now suppose I have another molecule here, this is methyl vinyl ketone MVK, and when this reagent is treated with R2CuLi, okay, or RMgX in presence of copper salt, and when I simply use RMgX and dry ether. Now we can compare why I am showing here OR now, because R2CuLi always do the 1,4 addition, no doubt, but whenever a magnesium reagent is along with the copper is given to you, then always it also show the 1,4 addition, that is same function as a Gilman. But in case of a simple RMgX, it will only show the 1,2 addition. So what are the possible product for these three reactions? Okay, so here, okay, this will be the main and we are adding what R at here. So this is called as a conjugate addition. Now what about this in case of simple RMgX? In case of a simple RMgX, so double bond is intact and you will get the product at here now. So this is actual the difference between the Gilman reagent and what the organomagnesium. So remember this one. So whenever we have copper salt along with this Grignard reagent, then it will show the 1,4 addition, same as that of a Gilman reagent. Another applications of what that Grignard and particularly the magnesium reagents are. So whenever we have crowding at, suppose this is the molecule and I will give the number, this is alpha, this is beta. Okay, so simple, this is RMGX, it will show the 1,2 addition, and whenever we have R2CuLi, it shows the 1,4 addition. It's very simple. But whenever there is a crowding at what, the beta position, whenever the crowding at the beta position, so then the addition will be takes place, then addition cannot be takes place at beta position now. So there are some controversies are there, or there are some rules are there particularly. So whenever crowding, then it is difficult to attack that. But in simple way, the Grignard and Gilman can be differentiated like using these two simple reactions. So I hope you will get you get this point particularly. This is very important and very basic phenomena in the reagents family. Okay, so Gilman versus Grignard reagent. So thank you for watching this one. Stay safe and stay connected.